The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Shit.
Broken tackle. Green flexing his muscle. And not a very good return at all as he can't even get this back to the 15. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Jackson, first play, going to throw. His short throw caught by Goddard. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The game of
of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run here with a rookie. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
That was a hard motherfucking
but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Good.
Jackson out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try to match his athleticism.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. They'll go for a gain of 7. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
Jackson now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
On first down, it's a run with Ali. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the zone read, they'll go with Ali. And he gets it down to the 32. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. To throw is Jackson. Rolling to his right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
My neck and my back. Damn, Bingo, you eating that dog food kind of hard.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for DeAndre Swift.
Come on, man.
And he's got a good
That's
gain
bad
of 7
fucking
up to
D,
the
y'all.
37.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd down and 3. They'll set up to throw. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down there to pick up the 25. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
Oh, my God.
Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Swift. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, the big play prior to this one got them down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last 2 plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Second and 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's second and 10. Here's Jackson. Steps away. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Man, get up here, man.
Lamar going to give this to Ali. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get to the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Rolling to his left. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down. He does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Yeah.
2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7 our score. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now it's Jackson. Touchdown. Justice Hill from 4 yards out. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly
broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning.
That was my play, but I ain't eat.
Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37.
He'll get this off to Swift.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Second and 14. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 46 yards on the play.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play. No, we got caught it or ran it. But how about the elements of going and making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Danny Gray,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Steelers are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. And he is into the end zone to give him a 2-point lead. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team, because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here. Maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
He finds his man complete. That's Ali. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's Jackson to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ali. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Come on, man. Catch that, man.
Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
Again, Jackson on the move to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Now it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. That is caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson out to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed down him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Jackson buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt.
God damn it.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and they'll remain down by 2.
Boy, that could have been a real momentum boost going into the break. You get into field goal position with a chance to seize the lead, but this one doesn't find the target, and they're unable to capitalize.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Out to the right here to Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes, because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Come on, man.
Middle complete. It's Gray. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Called on a very strong gain of 24.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Danny Gray
With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Now, once again, the Steelers here, they're going to line up to go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, What matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for two so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game planned for. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
Oh, it's some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start on the ground. Here's Ali. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. And the tight end goes in motion left. Looking to throw. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete left side to Bateman.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Ali going to try the right side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Steps away. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the fourth down conversion.
Back to throw. Jackson rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
Man.
He tries to force it in, and it's
Shit.
intercepted. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson being chased out left. And he's going to be taken down back on the 35-yard line.
Alex Highsmith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Play action. Now Jackson. Underneath here to Hill.
And he's going to get forward for a couple before he is banged down hard at the end.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this is now a 1-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do,
look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Jackson now. And the reception made by Green. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
To throw is Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught. And so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. A gain of 39 that time.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try it with Ali. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken a fourth quarter lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
But his offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second. This is a one-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Second and 2.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
This is third and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's caught inside the 20. Fourth down conversion plays. You usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset.
Now second and 4.
They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
A big play looming on third down.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Yeah.
This one an absolute must. It's 4th and 4.
as expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 10 yards out.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from going back on top here in the fourth. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose.
Damn.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This is 1st and 10. Jackson.
They set up the screen to Hill. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Jackson to throw.
On the move to his left. He's going to let it fly.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Now Jackson.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs to...
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's
over there, man.
And a turnover on downs. So they've converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one. You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, here's Swift.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
2nd and 6.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Here's 1st and 10. One last shot for Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
And they were just hoping for something to go their way. A tip ball, a penalty, anything to get them within shouting distance of field goal range. But now, with the clock where it is, this is going to take something close to a miracle to pull this one out.
Here comes 2nd down. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner.